on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the...
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the New York Giants. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Walletta now to throw it. Looking for his receiver sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cornelder. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Garcon. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards there for number 15. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
from the gun on third. Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gould is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board, and a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Stewart, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, Loletta. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They run it with McKinnon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the return will stop right around the 25. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, here's Loletta. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball at the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And you remember pre-draft, there was a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Lawlett on first down. Caught left side, Williams. Directly over it. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Again, Lauletta. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the kick by Rosas is good. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Out of the gun, Lauletta. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in, Stewart. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Jonathan Stewart, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 10-3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And this is Moncrief for the catch. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, here's Loretta. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now here's Lawletta. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Lawletta looking for a first down throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. Leopard! Leopard! 10, under 10, 10. Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On first down, it's Lawletta. And this is Shepard on the catch. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, here's Barkley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Gone! 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 All right, here we go. Green!
Lawletta, he'll look to throw. He gets Stewart in the flat. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 33. And Rosas puts this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ways to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Garoppolo now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Lauletta. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Shepard. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
He'll get it up the middle. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Lauletta. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here again is McKinnon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
4 down, 4 down. Black 80! 180!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Going deep for Moncrief. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. It's caught, Shepard. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
All right, here we go. 3
Lauletta on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Leopard! Leopard! 48,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
all right, here we go.
Lauletta from the 50. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Detroit!
Now Stewart on first down. There goes Jonathan Stewart. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jonathan Stewart with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle to Garcon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Barney. 3-19.
Lauletta able to power through. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Tight end right. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Hey. 4 down. Here we go now. Blue 90.
On first down, Lauletta. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
I got you, 88. I got you. That's it.
First throw now for the backup Manning. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hey, look, 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. 48. Mike.
Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Right back to him on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. There goes Jonathan Stewart. And he loses the football a second time. And this is going to be 49er football. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense. I thought it may go the distance to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them. And it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
Now McKinnon. And an alley to run. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They run once more with McKinnon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Toss play to McKinnon. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. And the Giants ready to come out now. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
On 2nd down, here's Longletto. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Giants on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
A shotgun snap to Longletto. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's McKinnon. Room here to run. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Gold now out to kick it away. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Longletto now on 2nd. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go.
The handoff comes to Stewart. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Lauletta. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And they'll go on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Niners on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Garoppolo. And able to find Garcon. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now out come the Giants. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way. And you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle, that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Giants, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.